Hey y'all, I'm Lachlan, and in today's video, I'm super excited to get into some Steam games today, but very quickly, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you enjoy my content, want to see every time that I post, make sure to ring that bell so you don't miss out on future content like this. And yet again, I'm excited to bring forth some wonderful Steam demo games for y'all this week. It is coming close to Steam Next Fest. I think in certain ways it has started already, but it is still a little early. So I do have 5 games yet again to show here for y'all this week, with possibly more next week, but we're just gonna stick with 5 right now because that's all I was able to play this past weekend. All the links that you need for the devs, publishers, all the websites, all the things you need to know are in the description box below, so check out those links if you are interested in any of these games that I mentioned today. But starting it off, I'm going to start with Farewell North. Farewell North is an emotional open world narrative adventure where you play as the good doggo named Chesley to bring color back to your owner's life while journeying through the Scottish Highlands. It was developed by Kyle Banks, also published by them, and also published by Moon Eye Studios. Pros to this game, I mean, it's got a cute doggo. What more do you want except for cute dog vibes? And it also has beautiful landscapes when you bring the color back to the world, but essentially it's very grayscale. Your owner is kind of going through something. You kind of see that early on, and so you help them kind of get through it by finding little parts in the wild, I guess, that bring color slowly back to the world. And once the color is brought back, it is very beautiful. And only con I have for this game is it doesn't give a lot of explanation, but it's not a difficult game. It's not difficult. Like, you don't have to stew on it for a super long time. You can take your time with it, just as long as you explore within the area that you're in. I mean, there's not a huge area, at least not in the demo. You'll find your way and you'll figure it out. But I'm excited to see more of that game when it comes out in the future. Second game on the list is one that I've been anticipating for a while. It is called The Garden Path, which is a slice of life sim about the joy of gardening, designed to be picked up and played in short, sweet bites. Whether you're fishing, growing, trading, or making new veggie friends, a wonderful and wistful adventure awaits you when wandering this land. It was developed by Carrot Cake. It was also published by them, and it was also published by Mooncat Games. Pros is the sketchy art style of it is just that beautiful style that I just adore so much. And it combines with, or I guess it goes with, real life time. Very similar to Animal Crossing, very similar to Cozy Grove if you play them properly. So this game is definitely meant to do in chunks. You do little quests here and there throughout the day. You put the game down and you pick it up the next day, which is one of the things that I really like about Cozy Grove. I don't play Animal Crossing that way, but with Cozy Grove, I did play it that way. And the Garden Path is just like it. Love it so much. Only con I have with it is walking does take a little bit of time. The map is pretty big. It all depends, I believe, in regards to what you have in your pack as well. Once I, dropped off some things, put some things down, sold some stuff, combined some things, then I was able to walk just a little bit quicker. But I think that was the only thing that I really noticed was just the slow pace of it, but it is like a slice of life, supposed to take in sweet little chunks, so I bet it's probably part of the reason that it is that way. Us speed runners really like to walk fast in games, so maybe it's not meant to be played that way, but that's the only con that I have for this one. Third on the list is Oddada, I hope I'm saying that correct, which it's a low pressure music maker. Perfect for unwinding and taking the time to create unique sound, and it seems like it's very similar to Ebby Tapes that I played last week. If you saw that video, I'll add a link in the description box below if you want to check out 5 other games that you probably didn't hear about. But Oddada is very similar to that, and with the sweet vibes just as much. It was developed by Sven Algrim and Matilda Hoffman, I am terrible with pronunciations, please bear with me. And it was also published by Sven as well. Pros, I mean, the music making is fantastic. The mixing of the different sounds together, like you're creating different groupings of sounds and then you carry on to the next little bit. And I like the way it is styled around almost like a toy box of sorts, like blocks and things. And it all depends on how you place them, where the sound kind of changes. I can't explain it. It's just very creative, and what a wonderful way to create sounds and make music all put together. It's just a nice little package and I adore it. And I couldn't stop dancing to my own tunes. Let's be real. Like, once you make a good sound, you got to do a little jig with it. Only con is that it doesn't give you any direction, but it gives plenty of room for you to play. And I think that's the whole point, is for you to just play around, make sounds, and just make beautiful music. So, wonderful game. Try it out. Fourth game on this list is going to be Tavern Talk, which is a cozy D&D inspired visual novel in which you run a tavern in a fantasy world. It was developed and published by Gentle Troll Entertainment. Based on the title and the similarities, this is very similar to Coffee Talk, Tavern Talk, Coffee Talk. They are very, very similar. And if I like Coffee Talk as much as I do, of course I was going to enjoy Tavern Talk as well. A pro with it is that I love that you create the quests for the tavern customers to then pick up. Instead of you having to go on the quest, they're the ones going on the quest, and then you're hearing back kind of how the quest played out, and kind of based on the drink that you give them, essentially, will kind of lead them in a certain direction with that quest, whether it ends up good or ends up badly, or even funny in some cases. But it is very interesting. Instead of mixing up coffee, you're mixing up drinks, like in a tavern, at a bar, that type of thing. Fancy drinks, if you like. Only con I have is it has a lot of dialogue, but just like Coffee Talk, there's going to be a lot of dialogue to read with this, but it has a rich storyline. All the characters have rich personality types, and the way that they do things and talk is just super adorable in my opinion, especially the first one that you are introduced to. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Very fun game. If you like narrative games, you'll probably like this. If you like Coffee Talk, you'll probably enjoy this a whole bunch. Tavern Talk is definitely something that I need to add to my wish list. And then the last game on my list is Spill the Beans, which is a reverse detective visual novel. A secret recipe has been stolen and you're charged with finding the culprit. Trouble is, you're the one who done it. Investigate, interrogate, and manipulate your way to framing the perfect scapegoat. Ooh, we're sus, and we're putting the suscity onto other people instead of ourselves. It was developed and published by Skeletal Games. And wow, this theming of this game, like basically, like it says, a reverse detective novel. You are the one that stole the recipe and you're pinning it onto someone else. Beautiful writing, hilarious characters as well. Pros, you can cause chaos by making the other patrons be weary of other people. So like you can have people turn on each other. They can be a little sus with, the owner of the coffee place, the cafe, the coffee place, cafe. The owner of the cafe, you can have them sus about him. So it's all depending on how you respond to the customers, which will lead up to you basically becoming the detective, having to figure out, crack the case, but no one knows that you were actually the one who stole the recipe. And yeah, I love the chaos of it. Love the chaos. Cons is I do wonder if this is going to be a short experience. I hope not. Maybe the full game will be longer. But if it's something that's like 3-ish hours, then I'm good with it because the story just seems like it's going to go places, and maybe even more characters might be introduced. I don't know. We shall see. But it does look like such a fun detective style game, which I really enjoy. And those are 5 Steam demos that are coming out as part of Steam Next Fest. Let me know in the comments below which one interests you. Which one of these, whether it's a D&D inspired, a visual novel, a detective case, making music, like which ones appeal to you? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you to those that reached out to me in regards to your game. Some of these I had not even heard of and never played before, so I hope some of these are new gems that you are now discovering as well. And thank you so much for watching.